Right, so yeah, we are live now.
We are.
Okay, so hopefully we're going to have people joining us, but we're going to be starting anytime. There might be all the sunbathing out there because the sun is still, is it?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah. Right. So
Just put that on silent.
what's that?
My phone.
Yeah.
I've just put it on silent.
So we're going to welcome all the viewers here to this live stream. We have one viewer so far, so thanks for joining us, and it's always a pleasure to to have a chat with Tom, my friend Tom, a former miner, Flurspar miner at Mildam and Solihull, and who has a lot of knowledge, obviously, of the videos that we're going to be reviewing. The last on the last live stream, we reviewed the one on Lady Wash, and today we're going to carry on from Lady Wash, and that's going to be the second part of it. And we are going to be seeing also one of Tom's videos that you released in your channel.
Yep.
And well, one of many, but we're not going to have time to view them all, obviously, because it's going to take us about 45 minutes of footage, and no doubt it's going to bring quite a lot of conversation, whatever we can see. So again, thank you all guys for joining. You can leave your comments if you got any questions, and we can highlight your comments as well if they're appropriate, obviously. So let's get started, shall we, Tom?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So we're going to be sharing the screen with the video of the second part to the flooded stairway. Now that's the bit that you were talking us about, that one of your friends had quite a paranormal experience. We're going to get to it later, though. I think we're going to start seeing the descent. Well, some of the exploration into some of the levels, and then the descent of the ladderway, which is about 40 foot, or no, 80 foot of ladders. We have John there. Hi, John. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, up, Podgy.
Yeah.
All right, bud.
And we have Bailey.
Steve Bailey.
Oh God, what causes the formation of fluorspar? Now we're going to get a bit geological here, are we? If we're going to be explaining it, but basically, am I right to say, Tom, that they are hot fluids that saturated with minerals that come from deep from the Earth's crust into
basically
the
volcanic reaction, isn't it? At the end of the day, when the Earth was forming,
it's
a volcanic reaction when the Earth was forming. The fluids that solidify and crystallize. It's where you get your lead, you get your fluorspar, you get your brighties, whatever else sort of is with it, and that's what I was explained anyway. So it was caused by a volcanic reaction.
Yeah, volcanic reaction, thermal fluids, basically.
Yeah,
I don't know what's the age of the thermal fluids, but there'll be stages during the formation.
The coloration of your fluorspar, so you get your blue and your greens and that sort of thing. You get the blue. The blues tend to be from, do you know, like oils and things like that are in the when it's forming, and that gives it its colour. So like it's caused by a petrochemical reaction from the oils and things like that. That's what gives it its different colours, from what I can gather.
Yeah, it's a chemical reaction during the crystallization of fluorspar. Yeah. But obviously, we are just touching very slightly on the geology. There's quite a lot more that you can probably research on Google. We have our friend Josh here. Hi, Josh. How are you? Right? And yes, plus his greetings as well to you, to
I
us.
think Bailey's Little Steve. Is that you, Little Steve? I think
Steve
it
Bailey,
is.
1968.
I think it's Little
That was his
Steve.
birthday, wasn't it? Yeah, must be. So let's get on with the video and let's start doing the review what we're going to be seeing here. If the volume is a bit too high, it shouldn't be lagging because the quality is 480 and we had a test already, so a test run. So it shouldn't be lagging, but if it does.
It opens up here though.
Sponsored by Phoenix Lights. I had to get it in, Tom, sorry.
Not a problem. I've had a conversation with them today, actually.
Yeah, are they sending you another light?
Let's go ahead.
No,
See
not
what's
yet. Well, they
down
might
there.
do.
Oh, look at this old door.
So we, as I usually do on the videos, obviously I do a bit of a written summary, but basically, as we know, this part of Lady Wash is accessible via Mildam, and it's got to be a good couple of miles walk, I reckon, from the portal to where we are filming here on the video.
And the rest.
What we can see here. So let's get on to this. We continue on the 160 level, Tom. Yeah, that's right. So the 160 level is the one that we're reviewing yesterday from Lady Wash.
Yeah, you're coming back through the air door now. That's down towards the rise hole at the bottom end.
Yeah.
The other way, basically.
Another.
Yeah, that's another air door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's nice. You can see the rails on this level.
That's one of the stokes there.
That's giving quite a 60s, 70s age to this level, I would reckon, with them rails.
1960s, I think.
Beautiful.
1960s.
Wow.
Oh, that's a bit of old man there.
Part of an old vein.
That's Andy, that works at Weardale. My mate Andy
Lead
King.
miners. It's quite narrow, this. Yeah.
He's joined us.
I think it is. I think it's all lead miners, this.
Would they have fitted through that?
Well, it would have been.
So our friend Andrew here, he says he was there not long back, couldn't get to the sub level 3. It was on the water.
Andy from up at Weardale. That works at the mine up
from
there.
Weardale.
Yeah, he works at the mine up there.
Awesome.
Hey up, Andy.
Love to see that place. So he's stating that he was on the water on his last visit. Would be interesting to see if accessible now. Yes, we were discussing this, were we, Tom, that how much the water has risen, and you know, there's only one way to find out, really, but it'd be interesting to compare, yeah, over time. Okay. Let's carry on down
higher,
this level.
You know what I mean? Or lower the ground, you know, it's all because it's all been infilled.
Look how clean the walls are down this bit.
What's that?
Look how clean the walls are down here. There's no mucker out like that from diesel fumes. It's all white.
No, very clean.
Where they drove for the blasting.
Yeah, they did.
And these ones are for samples, I believe.
And do you think that's the lack of, obviously, because the fumes that were not ventilated down this way, were they, Tom?
No, they went the other way. You're seeing down into Lady Wash and pulled out through the shaft. So this is backing itself from there. It's not come this way at all.
Yeah, and that's why the wall is so clear. That's a good point, because all the other levels they're so full in soot. Well, the ones where the fumes were ventilated through.
Hang on, you got the core samples.
We found these core samples. Now that was quite interesting because you know, it's not often you find core samples like this scattering about in Lady Wash. Now, obviously, I would imagine the idea of core sampling, for those that don't have the experience in, obviously, in the mining industry, Tom, just so they understand, was about just taking a sample of basically what's the mineralization and the vein, if it was worth mining, I guess, was it?
Basically, I know when I did it up at Milldam before they came into production, I went up for about 2 months with a guy doing that. And we were testing all the slits as you went in down towards sub 1, and basically you were driving right through, and your samples, you're seeing what they were there. They were also testing to see where shale cap were as well, but basically you drive through limestone through your mineral to see how wide a vein you've got, to see whether it's worth exploiting it or not. And that's what they'll be from there. There'll be all sorts there.
Yeah. I guess it saved the miners a lot of work. If the vein wasn't worth it, then they can move along and go on to the next slit and core sample it again and test it.
They didn't do it like that so much. They tended to sample it before. Well, they sampled the whole mine before it came on put my teeth into production to see whether it was actually worth going there. And there must have been box after box after box after samples, and there were bigger samples than that. The rig that we had that we were doing it with, they were taking samples. They were, I don't know, 2 inches wide. They were huge. And
2 inches wide. Yeah, those are going to be about.
They were bigger core than that.
Inches. Yeah. John's got some of those core samples and polished them. Yeah, I guess once you polish them, it looks a bit like marble and quite ornamental.
Good idea.
Yeah, good idea. That give them a polish. Yeah, John, obviously, with his experience as having worked down the mine in Milden, he's got feelings for this place really, and thinking all the hours that have been put into this place, and and now it's underwater. It's crazy, is it?
It's mad.
The state of things, places, how they change and evolve.
It is mad.
Okay. If you have said
Well,
that,
there's
then
a lot of core samples there, though, and those holes, there's only 4 holes and very small.
these are the trays for the core samples.
Those samples box.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
It's
Sample
a
box,
very,
yeah.
very beautiful colour limestone. I think it's got a dust on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has got a dust on it. But even the limestone underneath is quite white.
Yeah. And it keeps going round.
Is would that be compressed air piping overhead? Should be.
Wow.
Air and water.
Air and water. Yeah, the thicker one will be water,
Crazy.
and the
much
thinner
is
one will
going?
be compressed air. Yeah.
Will be other way around as well.
It could be the other way around. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
What do you think?
That set of points.
Was that Tom?
That set of points there. That sat at the rise hole to your right.
Yeah.
We used to use that.
That would have been where the level goes right and goes left.
No.
Yeah.
Where you are now.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the rise hole to the right, which I think it is, can you just go back just in that Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Stop there. Stop there, Tony. Stop there.
No, look at this.
You've gone too far.
Stop.
Hey, you've gone too far. Right, just leave it there. Right, stop there. Stop it there. You look to your right there. That's the rise hole to your right. That's the rise hole. That's the machine shaft that's got the cover on. And then points would have sat at the end of there. And they'd have joined it up to that rise hole. So when they brought locos to there, when they brought locos and tubs and everything up that shaft, They could roll them straight onto tracks then.
Yes, here on the right.
Yeah, it's
That's when
them
we
points
we
sat
were
there.
reviewing. Yes, we were reviewing the rice hole yesterday, but in this video we're going to be seeing it again. But I remember you were talking about the rice hole. All the machinery basically for the bottom level was coming up that rice hole, was it?
Yeah, on the floor just in front of that, there's a metal yoke, and up in the top there was an eye, and that winch would have sat up there. The winch that's farther up, and that's what they used to wind them up with.
Yes, actually, we are coming to this. So even though we saw it in the last week's video, but we're going to see it again.
Look at this. Wow. That is simply amazing. And we have...
That's it, yeah? That's the rice hole.
A drop to a lower level.
So everything came up that shaft, up that rise.
Wow.
Every loco, every tub and everything, every bit of material came up that one.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it would make sense. It must have come from the 280 level. So we're talking 280, 160. Well, we're talking
80 feet.
80, 100, 120 foot, yeah?
Like that.
About 40 meters.
Yeah, 120 foot.
Sounds about right. Yeah. So, yeah, at the top you can see, that cross beam, that would have had like a pulley, some sort of pulley maybe.
Yeah, there'd be a pulley on that, yeah.
So, we are coming now
This is
onto the set of ladders that goes right to from the 160 to the 280 level below. And we're gonna see on this video how flooded that is.
Larry Croft. You're going to be known as Larry Croft after this.
Larry Croft.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see Ashley's line down the bottom now. Wow, that does go down some distance. Right, ladder 3, are you coming down now, Toe?
Yeah.
I think there were 10
Get
ladders.
on the other ladder before I come down.
Do you want me to
I
start
think
going
it's
down?
something like that. I remember it was a long way down.
Just keep
I think
it
there were
flowing.
10 ladders.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think I counted
I'm
10
coming.
ladders.
Not 10 ladders would be, yeah.
Right.
I didn't count it, but I think something like that. It was, yeah, like I say, 140 foot.
Okay.
Long way down, but just to see what's at the bottom, how flooded it is quite incredible. On your video, actually, Tom, we're going to be comparing as well on your video.
Water level.
Because, yeah, we're going to compare on the water level on your video.
I can't believe how in good condition this rise hole is.
Yeah, it is. I felt safe going down it. You know, considering this is going to be, what, 70?
No.
And it's not had any maintenance whatsoever.
Yeah, probably about late 60s, early 70s that we're pouring.
Yeah.
I think my mate Richard started there in 71 and it was there then.
Yeah. Wow. The key is they didn't use any wooden stemples, did they? It was all solid metal.
Mm.
And I think that's what makes a difference. It's built to last. Anything that's wood, oh my God, in time just rots away.
I mean, the paintwork on the underside of them girders is still, as it was, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had no issues with them ladders. The ones in Saleh Hall up to the 130, that's different matter, but they're still all right.
They're not bad.
They're not bad.
Dodgy likes them because he gets bits of wood fall around his head.
When he gets to the top, yeah.
So, if we're down to the 280, 160 to 280, what's the difference?
We have our friend Anthony, our explorer, joining us. Hi there.
I hope Anthony. gonna have to stop eating these jelly beans. Very
You're
long.
enjoying the jelly beans, are you?
Very nice.
I'm not sure.
We're not far off the bottom now, because obviously I didn't
Goes to some.
film exactly the whole full way,
Yeah, absolutely.
but
I did.
most
It's
of it.
11 minutes. 11 minutes of footage going down that.
God, that's how long it takes. 11 minutes. It's
11 minutes.
crazy.
11 minutes up and down. I think it was.
Yeah,
I videoed it all
Yeah.
the way down, all the way back up, like I said.
you got it all in one court. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right, you stand on that last level and I'm coming to you.
Here we are. We're coming to the flood now.
Right. Ladder 3. It opens up here though, it's the chain, so it's not just a shaft now, it's actually maybe this, and it goes.
This level went, we know it. This level
When you
went.
see that ladder there,
Yeah.
already the way it's just 2 feet down in the water from the top, is like, oh my God, yeah, this is deep,
Right. Well,
Uh,
when I went there, you could get down that ladder, and you could stand on them pipes, and the water was quite a lot lower.
Has that been filled?
That would have
it
been
was a lot lower. It's interesting because we are going to compare with your video. Oh, yeah, them pipes here on the right. Yeah,
Yeah, them pipes there. There's that ladder's
Pipes
only
there.
a short ladder, and there's a staging below that.
you could stand on them pipes on the right. Yeah, and that's underwater now. So there's going to be a couple of foot
That's
I
the
went-
shaft though,
in
isn't
water
it?
now.
Yeah, that's the end of the shaft,
So that would be a new
No,
level.
and that's a new level that
Right, yeah.
That,
would
right.
be
So
August
I think
or
go in either direction, but look how much.
I think you're right there, Tom, because can you see the water line there?
Yeah.
On your video, it shows like a white water line.
Mm.
So on your video, it was at least a couple of feet lower. Definitely. We're going to compare it now, because as you see, the water line is there. We've got that sort of
But it
white
has been
patch there.
higher. If you look, you can see it's been higher.
Oh, yes. That's a good point. I didn't notice, but now you're saying, yeah, you can see another water line higher up there. So obviously, depending on the amount of rain, this fluctuates, does it?
Mm.
It must do. And after periods of a lot of rain, all the ground must take a lot of water and just drive it down. Lady wash levels.
Not just that. You're actually below the water table. You're actually below the water table there as well.
You think, yeah?
Yeah, you are. The water table's around about sub 3. So you're a lot lower than the water table. I know when we drove down to the 280-foot level, we hit water. I've never seen so much water in my life. And we ended up piping it into Lady Wash because there was just so much of it. It flooded the mine.
Yeah, it would make sense. Because the water table, obviously, nature always is the winner eventually. Once the mine is abandoned, the water will claim its place and creep up the levels. It's just the way it all ends.
Well, plans
Right,
I've
so-
seen of these water levels, you are below the water level. I've seen it on some plans. Like the water table.
Much sill there is here.
Yeah.
Would you really want to step on that shit? I wouldn't. Oh my God, yes.
Not a lot of headroom in that level there.
Drafting the
See how deep it
it's
is.
drafting a lot. That's because this connects to.
Yeah. As I say in the video, the amount of draft I was feeling down there, the air drafting was quite strong. And that sort of tells you that you're on the main drive, I think, of Lady Wash, or one of the main drives, shall we say.
Yeah, you are. You're just off it.
Levels further in, and there's massive.
Yeah, so that gives the picture. So you'll see the pipe here is submerged on the right and just about comes out when it comes to the joint here.
I I've got a photograph of the
actually,
other way there, Antonio, and it's a dead end on the other end of that.
dead end.
Yeah, to the left, it's a dead end.
Right. On your video, I think you do turn around the corner to the left and you can see it. So you can see there's 2 breezer blocks to the top here. 2, that gives the measurement. When we see your video, we're gonna compare. And your video was shot, I think, I don't know, about 7 months ago from what I've seen.
I think
But
I think it was about, when did I go? It was before Jeff left. It was as Jeff had finished. I think it was about. I'll tell you when it was. Just bear with me.
it would have been about around November time, I think.
I didn't know it wasn't.
November, December.
It was before then. Tell you when it was. It was because I picked that drill up at the same time. And when I did that drill, it was
Yeah, when I checked, your video,
7 months ago. But
7 months. Yeah, exactly.
I think it
When
was
I
about.
checked your video, it says 7 months.
I think it was about October when I actually went. September time, I think I went.
Yeah. So shortly after it was officially shut down, basically, or well, unproductive.
After it was short. It was
After it was short, yeah.
In fact, Jeff was there, but he didn't work there anymore. So yeah.
And this video here must be around February time, something like that. So yeah, a couple of months. Right. We'll carry on.
Surface. We've been to the other side of this.
Have we?
Well, not you, but we have. Well, I have.
I'm trying to look around the corner, but
So this wasn't previously flooded?
can't.
when you
No.
were there?
because it's so flooded.
No, it wasn't like this. So there's a
I
lot
think
of
Odgie
water.
walked
and
on
it's
them
only
pipes
gonna
when
get
he
worse.
went last year.
So this is really dramatically flooded.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse.
He's been past there, Hochi, has he?
Well, he walked out on them pipes when he went, but it's a while ago.
Really short.
Wow.
It's before I went.
Stony Middleton.
Yeah, in some ways, yeah. Right, Larry Croft, see you later.
On to another adventure.
Larry Croft.
You can see the structure here of how these platforms are supported on pins driven in the wall. But there, I know it just felt so safe. You know, I didn't have any issues with the structural integrity of them.
That's deep.
Can we see this winch system over here?
Yeah,
That's deep.
it's taking photos still of the cart.
Curves to the right then, and then there's another shaft drop.
Oh, yeah, but that's dangerous, is it, I believe.
Some ventilation
So this is the end of this.
pipe in there.
Yeah, veers to the left.
Oh, wow. Eric, come down here, please. Come down here with me. Look at this.
Yeah.
Wow. Just
that's a beauty,
stay
eh?
next to this for perspective. Because it never looks big until someone stands next to it. But with your light off or pointing down, when you lie down, proper down.
I got Eric close
I see.
enough just to get the idea of the size of it, because it's one of the biggest winches I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I can light it up.
Big winch, isn't it?
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
this.
massive.
You just get
I mean, as you can see, that was a 2-man winch, so it has a handle on each side, and it just gives you an idea the amount of power needed. I guess this was the winch that they must have used to. Do you think they used it to lower or to winch the machines up from the rise hole?
Yeah,
What would have been the purpose of this winch?
that's what it'll been for. I reckon they'll have used it in that rise hole for lifting stuff up and down.
Yeah. Yeah, it would make sense,
I mean,
because for
but
anything else, anything haulage, mineral haulage related, would have been obviously driven by the locomotives and whatever, you know, this.
That was just tipped. But if you look, there's a control box. I'm not certain what that there was a control box as you walked up there, an electric box. Now, whether it had an electric motor coupled to it, I don't know. It might have done. But anyway, it'll have been used in that rise because it's the only winch up there, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. We are going to see the electric box in a
The
minute.
perspective when you get someone's got the handle is massive actually.
The winch handles this side if you want to take flare from this side.
There's two. It's a two handle one.
That's that must be the brake lever,
Yeah, that's the brake.
I think. So that's the brake lever, yeah.
Like a clutch or a brake, yeah.
Yes. Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so it'd be 2 men operating it.
Yeah. And we got some kind of switchboard here. Look.
That's the electric box that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I like this as well. Have you seen the wiring? It looks like the jawbone of a shark or a whale, doesn't
It does, yeah.
Oh wow, that's proper corroded, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything.
More games. Is that the brand of it?
Yeah, it'll be the brand of it, yeah.
Yeah. Isolate and no, it says off and something else.
It's in this extinguisher as well. Proper
Isolate
old
off and on.
Where?
extinguisher here.
Isolate off and on, yeah.
That's an old
proper old
extinguisher,
school,
yeah.
isn't it? Look at that.
Fire extinguisher.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not very big, is it?
Yeah.
It was
You
kind
see?
of small.
Mechanisms,
I hold it just
The same, yeah.
the comparison size.
We're different to the modern ones.
Yeah.
It would make sense having a fire extinguisher next to electrics. Now I'm thinking about it, because
Yeah,
if there was going to be any fire, it would have been around the electric switchboards and anything electrical, really.
Yeah, it'll have been dry powder though. It wouldn't have been water. You couldn't spray water on electric. You get electrocuted.
No, that would have been a dry powder one. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's the same sort of workings, but
Yeah.
tram line.
So that goes.
This is what Ashley didn't say. He said he thinks he's gone down those ladders, and there's 6 sets of them.
Oh, them
no,
ladders,
that's the
Tom.
dodgy shaft you don't want to go down.
I've actually
No,
seen a
it's
picture
fine.
of them used in the 1940s.
Down there, you listen to
Yeah.
In the 1940s.
That was the original
Yeah,
ladder way.
so this must have been the original ladder way from the
Was.
160 to the 280. And as we can see, this wasn't going from platform, metal platform to metal platform. This was sort of rung along wooden stemples. Am I right to say that, Tom?
Yeah, well, when we went and Katie grabbed hold of that and she nearly disappeared down there because they're very, very, very loose. She grabbed hold of it and it moved and she, very nearly. She nearly disappeared down there.
It gives you a full sense of security to see a metal ladder.
There's nothing holding that
Because
on.
you think,
There's a bit of wire rope around
Yeah.
that bit of wood there, and that's it.
exactly, it's like metal, but what is holding? What is it holding on to, the metal? That's the question. Obviously, is holding on to wooden rotting stemples. You set one foot there, you're gonna go all the way down. This this reminds me that, funny enough, the one time we went exploring one of the now long gone levels of Sallet Hole. We went in via the open stopes in Bowrake, and one of the levels was exposed. We think it must have been something like the 220. I think there was something like the 220 level, something like that. We went in anyway, and we found this rise hole with cribbing, and a ladder like this, right, just going down it, going through the cribbing, wooden cribbing, and Oliver was about to set foot on it, and I told him, "Hang on, before we go down the ladder, just give it a shake, yeah." So there he goes. He shakes the ladder, and the ladder goes boom, and after a few seconds we hear boom all the way down. My God, I told Ollie, I think I just saved your life, mate. And that's one tip for any explorer. Just if you see ladders, don't trust them. Just
No,
just
give 'em a
think
check.
what are they attached to? That's the main thing. That's
Give
the
'em a
the main issue. Was that Tom?
Give him a check first, because you never know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, those are dodgy, and those were the original ones.
Yeah, you definitely,
No, he said he tried the ladders. But
no, you definitely don't want to go down this one.
You can see that stemple already. It's just come off the socket. I think that could be the socket of the stemple. And
Definitely bad.
wood, obviously, is going to be rotting away over time, and the integrity is just really bad.
They've been there a long time. They
Right.
have.
We are going to be reviewing your video now.
Mhm.
So that's it for mine. So we're going to remove this one, and we're going to present stop screen. Are you still on then jelly beans?
Very nice.
They are addictive, are they?
Very. From away.
Let's go into your video, Tom.
Mhm.
We're going to share the screen. Share screen. We're going to be starting from the beginning. You called it A Tale of Two Minds.
Yeah.
One last word in the 17th, and the other one still word.
At that
Yeah,
time,
so
it was still
referring obviously to Lady Wash and Mildam.
Yeah.
Let's get on to it. Mr. All Miner.
Got a slightly better heading now. That's Jeff driving away with a pickup. Yeah.
We are down Mildam now, I believe.
That's William, yeah,
Heading to
he
escape
dropped
shaft,
off.
yeah?
Yeah, that's heading up towards Black Engine there. He dropped us off at the bottom.
Yeah, we're heading to Black Engine, yeah. Yeah, Black Engine, escape shaft.
Mhm. Algie's favourite place, that.
Yeah, he's been down the pod, has he?
He used to go and hide in that pot instead of doing some work.
Don't go anywhere.
He's to hide in the bottom.
If you want.
He used to hide in the pod.
It's in the pod.
Just up to the platform.
Warning, pod lowering. We've got a V1.5 there.
Oh, you've
That's
not
my
been
friend
here before, have
Katie.
Yeah. Katie going up the staging.
you? If you look straight up.
You know,
That's where Katie is. That's where it lands, the actual pod, does it?
yeah, there's less water coming down there than when you went.
You see the ferns on the wall?
Yeah, it was full of water. It was really pissing down.
It was dry as a bone when we went.
It looks quite dry there.
It was really dry.
Yeah, where Katie is basically is that's where the pot lands. Right, so we carry on. We move on from the escape shaft. We can touch on the escape shaft a bit more on another chat as well.
Uh-huh. Steve.
Yeah. And you're down on the 160.
Yeah, we're just adding on to 160s now.
The beginning of the sort of, yeah, this is still Milden, but you're heading to the, yeah, to the entrance to the 160. That's it.
When we were up here, this is the first time I've been up here since 95.
Since 1995.
I've not been up as far as this since then.
It must have stirred up some memories, Tom. Somewhere deep down your records.
It did.
Evening, McVitie.
Cameron. Hey up, Cameron.
And Liam. Thanks for joining us, Liam. Good to have you here.
We decided this were Black Engine, didn't we? That's where you came out there.
Yes, you're looking up there. You're looking up the stopes of Black Engine, we've decided, haven't we?
Black Engine, yeah.
So, yeah, we decided that was Allman. Well, we decided we came to the conclusion
work in there.
that must be the Allman. Yeah, even the pipe working that could be quite easily early 1900s.
No, that pipe works from Lady Wash.
From Lady Wash, yeah.
There's a rise all farther back from that it goes to, so they must have worked up there as well. But that's definitely Black Engine, that is, I reckon.
If you remember on my video, the one we played last time, I looked up and you can see just levels above us, but this sort of width, you know. You can see the vein there, don't you?
Yeah, well, that's that coffin level you came across there. You came back through that, didn't you?
Yeah. You can see the lead and Flurspar there. I think where we were standing then, where you're standing then, there must have been some sort of shaft. Might be wrong, but that metal grid that you were standing on, it looked like a run in, maybe just a slope, I don't know.
I don't know, it might have just been chucked there to one side.
Yeah.
It looks like a bit of a screen, but
Is that death cord that we could see on the floor? Oh, it's hard to tell.
That no, I don't think so.
No.
Wood. Looks like straw, actually. It might be.
It's probably straw, is it? Or death cord could be.
I don't know. It could be, I don't know.
A lot of the times, a lot of the footage that we take, you only pay attention to details once you replay. You know, I think that's why it's so useful to review videos like we're doing now. Yeah, so you're looking back on the main drive.
Well, that's Catini wire, that is.
There you are. That's your
light.
That's your light, eh?
That's the light that Richard used to sit under having his snap. And that's the one.
Right.
That he was sat there when he heard somebody running down the that. Remembering that didn't connect up to Mill Dam. That was just a level. It didn't go anywhere, only on that level. And that's the light he was sat down having his snap when he heard somebody running from the head end where they couldn't have come from. and running towards them, and there was nobody there. And that light's at the top of the pretty
It's
much at that top of
top
that
of
shaft.
the top of that shaft, yeah, the ladder shaft.
Yeah, that.
Didn't you tell me that he could hear actually just the banging from the ladders as well?
Yeah, he's had the ladders. Well, you heard how them ladders banged when you started coming back on, went from the bottom. And
Oh, yeah.
he was sat there having his snap one day, and he heard the ladders banging, somebody coming up the ladders, and nobody ever came up. There was nobody there.
God, he must have freaked out. And I don't know if he was having his lunch or his nap on his own, but
Well, he told
that
me
wouldn't have
that's where
helped
he
it.
had his. He told me that's where he had his first ghostly encounter underground. Was there, where that light is, and I think he's had more than one.
Yeah, obviously it would make sense having lunch near a light source because you can see what you're eating as well.
Well, like I say, he started there in 1971, so that was around about that time. There is a snap cabin on
1970s,
there,
yeah.
but the snap cabin wasn't there then. Snap cabin's farther back up the heading. So I reckon that they were working that way. The way we've just come down, they'll have been driving it that way from where that is now. Because obviously the snap cabin's not there. So that
we're talking like you say, early 70s, 1970s.
70s, yeah.
And that's even before even Milden was driven. So they were coming to this end via the 600-foot Lady Wash shaft, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, one hell of a shaft that. I will have to go back some time, and explore it. There is some access via some shafts on surface, but is a lot of SRT work for that. And but it'll be worth it just to get it on record because these places are disappearing, are they?
These are all very fast.
Yeah, they do. Right, carry on.
Set points.
Yeah, looking back on the points.
Could be all. Just be careful here.
Well, you got a picture of the winch,
Mm.
the electric box that we've seen. Way to the 280 level, 200 foot, 280 foot. 280 foot would be 280 foot above
That's at the bottom.
Yeah. Hang on. We're actually getting footage to compare. Yeah. Hang on. See if we can get a good. All right. Yeah, you can see straight away. So on my video, the water was about there on the pipe, and this watermark, and the water was just over here. So I reckon a good foot or two. Oh my God, how much lower? Yeah, this pipe was underwater.
Yeah. Nearly 4 blocks.
Yes. Can you see? There's 2 breezer blocks. So the watermark was about there, my video, and yours is about. So 1 breezer block. What's the width? How tall are breezer blocks?
8 inch.
Probably about.
They're 8
foot.
inch. No, they're 8 inch.
8 inch.
8 inch.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot lower, definitely.
I don't know what pipes are about.
See the light in the distance.
Nuts and bolts. I think that was Dave and Katie going back up. As you can hear,
Yeah, it's good to compare the two videos to see the water level, how much lower it was when you went, and God knows where it is now, or if you can even get down it.
And here comes Steve.
There he is.
Stop there.
So we're back on the 160.
Yeah, heading back up now.
Follow the rail level.
See, that must have gone off somewhere.
Yeah, it's got tracked into it.
It must have gone off somewhere. Yeah, that level on the right, that breeze block level.
Well, I think it went. I don't know if it went on a level or into Stoke there again, because you can see tracks going into it.
It could be just the Stoke, could it? Because they are sort of on one side, both of them.
But that level where you came out, it crossed at the back of them.
Yeah, that's it.
I like a good transition. What's happened to the sound, Antonio?
Put the sound on.
These old Hollybank square sets here.
So are they going straight on here then?
I don't know where they've gone.
What's down there then?
Everything's gone. There's nothing in there now.
Yeah. It'll be gone for scrapping, won't it?
That and up in County Durham. Is that right, Andy?
Into another air door.
Sound like Darth Vader walking on there, I do. It always amazes me how they use bits of old tree. You name it.
It's a good idea to stick some pictures every now and then. I should do that on my videos. What is that?
Watering can.
A watering can.
That's an amphole barrel.
So they keep the explosives there, don't they?
Well, that's how it came in barrels like that. Right.
So we exploring along the 160. You can see the horizontal.
Yeah.
You can see the horizontal seam there, just cutting through. Can you see there?
Yeah, the bed. Yeah, limestone bed, isn't it?
Yeah. And the steel rails. You can see. Yeah, you can see a clear bedding right at the top of the level. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you were telling me about this this bit of paper that I totally missed when I went exploring. That dates back from when you worked in April 11, 1995.
Mm.
Hmm.
Nearly 30 years ago.
Yeah. So obviously, when you were working in Mildan, the 160 level was accessed basically for the purpose of, driving the ventilation, all the fumes through it, was it?
That's Mill Dam there now. That's
Yeah.
in the same slit as the the control box you saw was for the mixer for mixing the grout for shotcreting, and that's in that same slit, I think. And these there was a first aid bag on a wall, and they were all on. It was all on the floor in the same in that slit.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing that.
That's near a Mill Dam end now, but yeah, because that was
Yeah, I think you show it on
one
the
of the
video.
first areas they explored.
Oh yes, you're coming back out of bottom of Black Engine Shaft now.
Yeah.
Yeah, heading back into Milldam.
We'll meet up with Dave and Katie at the bottom here now.
And then you're going to go left down towards Lady Wash, are you?
Yeah, we're going to go up B Drive in a minute.
State of that with mod. This is when you begin getting stuff done.
Not yet.
Let me get stuck. All right. Give you a piggyback if you want.
It's a piggyback.
Hey?
There's one way to save yourself from the mod.
Mm.
There's Dave.
I mean, I don't know.
It was just me, Dave, Odgie, and Katie when we went this time.
I really don't know.
I think we got a little bit turned around there, to be honest with you.
Really.
That goes down to water down there.
Yeah, you're showing the way going down. So that goes down to water now.
I think so. But you can see how rusty them rings are. I think it's been flooded up here as well.
WD-40 or something like it.
Yeah, with the level of decay and rust you can see on the floor, there's all this has definitely been submerged by water, hasn't it?
I think this was. If Odgie's still there, he'll probably be able to tell you more. But it flooded. There were a collapse at the back end of Sub 1, and it flooded all this. And they had to drive back through. That was beginning of last year, or back end of the year before when that happened.
So it flooded. We've come the wrong way then.
Yeah, I don't remember this bit.
No, I don't. Cool though.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, totally flooded this.
Hey?
You didn't go any further here, did you, Tom?
No.
Well, you can go any further. As tempting as it is. Wow. Look at that.
It's not twatted that ring there, look.
It's so rusted, that.
Yeah, I think we need to go the other way.
Back up.
Can soon get lost if you don't drill steel there. Look.
It's a drill still. We come past on the left. Let me try 720. See if it works. If it starts jerking a bit too much, let me know, Tom. Yeah.
I will do, mate. Yes.
Oh, the silent fans. We saw them working, did we?
Yeah.
This is about where I got off.
This one is getting bad now.
Submersible drone. In fact, I
It's
reckon
not
you
worth
get one of
it.
them 5-fish ones now, you know, Tony. Is this when Dave got
What's
stuck?
that? Yeah.
Is this when Dave got stuck?
Don't
Yeah.
make me laugh.
You're down really. Here you are, right down in
Danny Lady Wash down there now.
down in the Lady Wash
Yeah.
end
that's
there
Lady Wash.
now, because you can see the portal here and the door here on the right where they would have had. You told me they would have had a ventilation fan
I
here.
reckon they're a fan in there, yeah.
Most likely, yes. And I remember when we went this far back in March, I think, with Ollie, and
Yeah.
he didn't go much further than this portal. He was beginning to get really, really stuck, and it's like, let's turn around. We're not going to make it out. You know, it's just not worth it.
I've never been any farther than that. I think that was
No.
the farthest we ever got. Have you
Yeah,
skipped
that.
through bits of this, or is it the whole video? I can't remember.
No, this is the whole video. Yeah, I haven't skipped any bit.
No, I can't remember. It's that long since I did it.
Don't make me laugh.
It's really struggling. Yeah, they're getting out.
Funny.
And that's the thing. If you get stuck, you sometimes you can get your wellies in the mud.
Yeah.
The mud really sucks your wellies out, and
Yeah.
you bugger, aren't you?
Found that out a few times.
Can't do no fall off it. I told you.
The amount of energy this takes out of you as well. It's just not worth it, is it?
I was crying. And the thing was, there's Steve. He's got his cheap
If it
JCB
was on slow
wellies.
motion, it'd be quarter
through it.
speed. Thing is, I've got to turn around.
Can't pull too much.
Poor Dave.
It was so funny.
Really is just going. Really is going slow, just
I'm fucking
not
crying.
to get the
here.
wellies sucked out.
Oh, my glasses are steamed up.
Your glasses steamed up, Tom.
So, as you can see, I am wearing the Stanley Fat Max welly, and it's outperforming the Dunlop welly that David is wearing. Next week, I'm trying the JCB Hydro welly. Follow Tom's channel again to find the results.
Just don't wear Dunlop thermal wellies because you get stuck.
Yeah, it's a definite no-no for the Dunlops.
Because it's just my glasses are still
I know the feeling. I'm crying.
It was so funny.
Yeah. You way back from the 280, because obviously down there would be the 280 where it's all the mud.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so we're playing in 720. It's not jittering, is it? It's playing good.
It's not so bad. Look a bit jumpy, but I don't know whether it's me or.
Doesn't matter what mine you're in. That splashing sound in the water always sounds the same.
That's a collapsed cribbing you can see, I think, in front.
Yeah, it's all coming.
Yeah. Coming to it now.
You're setting your drone, your submersible drone in there, Antonio.
A drone.
See, somebody walked and he went, "Go over wet."
It begins to level off now, but is one hell of an incline as you're walking up. Great to hold this.
It's actually on that board there above your head. To my right.
What's that? Mr. Tom Needham, 1991. It wasn't you.
Saying nothing. I'm saying absolutely nothing.
Don't know who he were. Couldn't help myself.
I mean, look at the size of them boulders here on the on the left. That
You won't want
that
them
must
on
weigh.
your foot, would you?
No, that's got to be the size of a car at least. Does that all come down from the stopes?
Yeah, they're about 4 or
After
5 ton
blasting.
in that. It's a big one.
Yeah. How does that get down there? Does it come down from the stopes after
Yeah,
they blast the stope up?
Yeah, when you blast it, it comes down from out the stope. So your Flurspar will come down. When you blasted it, you're obviously going to blast chunks of rock off as well, and it'll just
yeah,
it'll just follow it down.
Yeah. It makes sense. Yes, the limestone comes down with the spar. Obviously, they mine the spar out, but they lift these big chunks of rocks with it's just pure limestone, basically.
Yeah, it's just
unmanageable, I guess.
Sometimes if it choked up, you'd try and blast it down if there was still plenty of spar up there. You'd put a charge on a bean stick, tie a bit of gel to it, and just fire it and just
break it down a bit. Sometimes,
yeah, sometimes it worked, sometimes it wouldn't. Or with that, if it was like that in slit and there was still spar at the back of it, you'd put a splash on it. So you'd shape a charge with gel, put a det on it, and fire it to split it, so you could muck it out and carry on.
Yeah, it would all depend whether it was worth it, what kind of size of rock it was, and all that, I guess. Submergible drone. Well, for a submergible drone, first you need very clear water. That's the thing. So, like the 280 level that we have seen flooded down the stairway, that would be useless because you run into zero visibility pretty much, and you wouldn't be seeing much. You wouldn't be exploring much.
Where we hit that water when we walked down, he said about it there. When we walked down to where that water was crystal clear. You could have sent it out into that. Not a problem.
Yeah. There I would. if you get a bit of footage at least. Yeah, I got to get some practice with my underwater drone, and I used it for
Well,
way over a year.
I've been thinking about this. Why don't you approach Five Fish again? Now you've like probably 3 times as many followers on here. They might say yes.
Yeah,
No harm in
yeah. Well,
asking.
subscriber numbers are going up quite a lot as well, so you never know.
You get nothing if you don't ask. Wish my subscriber numbers were going up as well as yours, but there you go. I haven't posted up
That's
for a
it.
fortnight, 3 weeks.
Well, is the one YouTube short that's going viral at the moment? It's got like 2.5 million views.
What, one of
You know
yours?
yeah. You know the short from the flooded stairway
Yeah,
in Wales, the
yeah.
flooded stairway. That
Mhm.
short is made it viral everywhere on Instagram. It's got like 22 million views, and
Well,
now on YouTube it's just shooting up.
I think that what's it called? Is it Unilad or whatever it is, or something like that? They used it, didn't they?
Yeah, Unilad, yeah, they share it
Unilad
out
used
as
it.
well. Yeah,
Yeah, they shared it. Yeah,
they Uniland, yeah, they share that video out as well. Yeah,
yeah, they did. Yeah.
yeah, it's gone all over the place. I think because the water is so crystal that a lot
Mm,
of people comment that when they see the water in the flooded stairways, they don't even see the water; it's so clear.
mm,
And then they see the ripple at the top of the water, and they realize there is water.
mm.
Yeah, quite fascinating. But that's all it takes. One viral short and subscriber count just shoots up.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, let's go up the incline.
Never. I very much
Has
doubt.
one nasty collapse.
Mm. I think this is the last time I went back.
Yeah,
I've never been back since.
we've got another 9 minutes of video to play. Might as well see it all, Tom.
Yeah, go for it.
At least you're showing different parts of the mine, so it's good. You gave us a really walkthrough of the 160 level, so that was good.
I always found this fascinating. How that colour of that there, it's just iron. That's
Yeah,
quite magnificent. That is how it's calcified, and then the iron colours come on it as well. It's quite good. That is.
yeah, that would make a really good picture. But for the video, it really shows up on your video, and all it takes is just one bit of iron. Well, a bit of more iron in one part of the mine than others,
Well,
I guess.
where you're looking at that slit now, at the back of that slit, the slits on the left here now, there's another drive that runs parallel with this drive at the back of there. And when this is the end of the mine that originally came on production first down here, and this is where we were driving, where it flooded when we hit the water shack, and it absolutely flooded this part of the mine. And we ended up piping it into one of these slits on the left here, and we drove through the slit, right through the back of the slit, until we hit the other drive, which is a lady wash drive that runs parallel to that. And we sent all the water down there. Now, when you used to get to the top of this part of the mine, roughly where you went up to go up to Black Engine and up onto the 160 foot level, there was a fan sat in the corner there, and that fan passed all the air down that drive, so it like sucked all the shite out of the mine down that Lady Wash drive, which would have taken it down to, obviously Lady Wash main shaft, but there is a parallel drive to there down that back.
Yeah, so there's a parallel drive. It's obviously not accessible because unless you go through the stope, but can't see it
You
happening,
can't
can you?
get to it now. But you could.
No.
It was somewhere. I'm just trying to think. It was somewhere because you hit sub 1. The original sub 1 level, you can go back up to it from this end here. And that was the original roadway into the mine.
Right. I remember going up sub 1 way from this end that we are reviewing now. And I remember there was a cutting on the left, but I think it was quite badly run in. That would have been the parallel drive, would it?
I reckon it could have been, yeah. There was a fan sat there,
Yeah,
a big fan sat there, and it used to suck all shite out at mine down there. Because there were no fans at this end, because this end at mine, it was still under production. We were still, still tunneling it and driving it. There was nothing here.
Yeah.
They're only the...
Carry on. Yeah, you can see there the right at the back of the stope. Well, actually, you can see cribbing. You can see actually timber in there, don't you?
There's rings. There's rings
like a metal framework.
Yeah, there's rings in there. That's why.
Yeah, they wronged it. So the actual stope was quite a distance from this end of the mine. I mean, from where you're standing. What I mean is from where you're standing to the actual stope is quite a distance.
Well, I don't know, because I say that wasn't when I worked there. That part wasn't mined. There were slits there, but it wasn't mined.
Yeah,
they'd not done that, and this is like on the sort of border of Lady Wash and Mill Dam. This is like where it joined up around this area, you see.
Mm-hmm. Come back down.
Can you hear that banging?
Yeah, there was like a bang, was there?
Did you hear that banging? Then turn round.
Yeah, let's listen. You're about to turn around now, and you can hear a bang, don't you?
Like bang, bang, bang. That stopped me dead in my tracks. And I wonder what the hell it were.
You can't really tell what it is on the video. It sounds more like humming, but it was a bang, yeah?
There were 3 bangs, distinct bangs. It sounded like there was some air ducting in one of them slits, and it sounded like something banging on the air ducting. Really, really loud.
Interesting.
As you can see.
We come to the big door.
Yeah.
This is where Jeff was waiting for us and saying, "Don't go, don't get lost in there. Don't go too far away." He was really worried for us.
Well, we shouldn't have been in there. Quite a poignant walk out for me, this was. That's the bottom of B drive.
Yeah.
You know
back to black engine, yeah. On the right is back to black engine.
Did you hear what I said? Go back a bit to the bottom of there. I'll shut up and just listen. But you know the story of what happened there, as I told you.
Yeah.
No, keep going. Just listen to what I say. See, old mate. That's where Charlie got killed on that corner.
In this corner here.
No. When I stopped and looked up that drive where it said B, he got killed on the corner of B Drive, just at the top.
Yeah, when you look round, yeah, in that corner, that's where it was it?
No, it was up
In
there.
there.
Up there. No, a bit more.
Up
There,
there.
straight in front of you.
In that corner
wall.
there, yeah.
Or a bit higher up.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
when I was working that drive wasn't driven. It was driven to that corner. And we were driving it, and it turns to the right to go up to the fans. And it got caught up on the wall on the left-hand side. And I was just saying goodbye to him, because just up round that corner is where both me and Pat saw somebody. One of them was walking up the hill when they'd gone up round that corner and driving it when we were working in the slit, walking up towards us. And Pat was working with the same guys I was working with. And he saw somebody stood at the side of Andy while Andy was drilling. And I didn't know this. Pat told me this probably 2 months ago now, and I didn't know nothing about this. And it made every hair on my body stand up. It was a little bit spooky, to say the least. We'd both seen the same thing in the same area, or something very, very similar in the same area, while using, believe it or not, using that rig behind me on the picture. Well,
How do you recall it? Was it like a smoky human figure or like a dark?
No, it was just I saw somebody I saw somebody walking up towards us in white, and I thought it was a shift boss, because the shift bosses used to wear white. And I was obviously, and if you look, I was using the controls like I'm on that picture there, or simulating it on that picture. And Pat was like number 2, so he'd have been stood at the side feeding the drill steels on. And when I was doing, the lad that was working with me was my number 2. When Pat was doing it, the lad that was working with me, Andy, was doing the drilling, and Pat was putting the steels on. And Pat turned to look at Andy in the same area as that was, in the same area as I was, and he saw somebody stood at the side of Andy, a figure, just like a grey figure stood at the side of him. And then it disappeared, and they didn't say anything to each other until they got out and they were having the shower and everything else, and they'd both seen it. So you tell me, and both me and Andy, who was working with me at the time, saw it as well. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I do not
if it's
know.
one person that sees it, you always question it, but the two of you see it, and they were like speechless basically all the way until they came out.
3 of us have seen the same thing. And
God.
I don't know whether Odgie's still here or not, but Odgie, Jeff had an apprentice working with him, and they were poking some wires down into a rise from a rise above. I don't know what they were doing. And he saw somebody walking about, which was somewhere about this level underneath, in a donkey jacket with white, with like the orange patches on, which we used to wear. And there was nobody there. And this is also the same area of the mine that we heard the machine work. Well, 5 of us heard the machine working.
Mm-hmm.
And there were nobody there. There was nobody working because we was the only people in there, bar for the pickup, and we were with the pickup. And we could hear the machine above the pickup. So you tell me, I don't know. And the
God,
loader that's in the yard, that is sat
scary.
in the yard up there. Now, if it's still there, is the one that he got killed on while operating it.
My God.
So I don't know.
You know, I mean, when it comes to things like the afterlife and ghosts and all that, you know, and spirits, I sit a bit on the fence. But you hear that many stories, Tom, that you
But
gotta believe this
Antonio, you've heard things.
something.
You've heard things yourself that you can't explain. I've seen
Yeah,
things and I've heard things underground that I cannot explain. And I wouldn't
yeah,
even.
yeah,
Well, you've seen the photograph, mate. You've seen that photograph I sent you.
yeah,
You've
yeah,
seen that. I
yeah.
can't explain
That's
that.
clear. That's
I
a clear
cannot.
human figure, basically.
Yeah, I cannot explain that.
Oh, mine. Yeah,
Yeah, precisely, Liam. That's exactly the same one, and I
Liam,
cannot
Liam's seen it.
explain
Yeah,
that. Can't explain it. It's just bizarre. There's something, but what I don't know.
yeah.
And
What it is,
I'll tell you something
you
now.
know.
When I worked underground, it terrified me. It absolutely terrified me. Thinking of seeing something like that, I'd have bloody shit myself, basically. But now it's there. There's an explanation for it. What it is, I don't know, but it does not bother me now. But at one time, it used to tell you I hated being down, like in Salito, down in sub 5 on my own, and I knew that the guy whose name escapes me now had been killed coming up from down there on one of the machines, on one of the tractors. He they reckon he fell asleep and he hit the wall and he fell off and it ran over him. And I knew that had happened there. And I used to hate being down there on my own because you used to hear every splash of water, every creaking board, and your mind plays tricks on you. It does, and especially when you're on nights because you know you're tired as well, and it's bizarre. It
It's
really is.
satisfying.
It
Yeah,
doesn't bother me
and
now,
like you
but
say, knowing that people have died there as well. Yeah, and people that you knew in some cases, obviously.
yeah,
God.
it's quite
Yeah,
bizarre.
yeah. There's gotta be something, obviously, that you know can explain all these phenomena. But I
Well,
believe in maybe residual energies. You know,
possibly
we are energy, are we? Maybe when we die, there's a residual energies left
there were
wandering around. I don't know.
5
But
out 6 people killed in Lady Wash.
5,
There was either 5 or 6. I can't remember. To my knowledge, there was only the one in Mildam,
only the one that you,
as far as I know.
told us. Yeah,
And Salito, as far as I know, there was only the one that I know of anyway. But who knows? Who knows? It's
yeah,
quite bizarre, really. God knows.
yeah. But it's good to hear stories first hand account because you've seen the stuff and you know you don't tell us from hearsay, do you? You've seen it yourself.
Well, the thing
And
is, in a Flurspar, or any limestone mine that's got water and crystals, you've got the limestone is supposedly a conductor of it. Also, the crystals and the water. What's that? One in round barn. Also, a guy called Keith got killed in a collapse in the roof in the 60s.
well, round barn, yeah, is a stone mine in Lancashire. Yeah,
Right, I didn't know.
I know round barn. Yeah, collapsed roof. Just imagine you just be gone straight away,
Well,
crushed and gone.
the one in Lady Wash, there was one that they'd fired and it hadn't gone right. And a bloke, instead of going the other way, he went towards it. I can't exactly remember ins and outs, I have been told. But he went towards it and it ended up come in on his head and squashed him. Now, the guy I think who it was, I actually went to school with his son. His son were a bit younger than me. There were 2 killed together in there. There was something to do with the incline and one of the trucks running away, or a loco running away. There are a couple crushed from
My
collapses. Well, even on bank mine, there's been, I think, about four, maybe 5 recorded deaths in there that you wouldn't think, but there were people blowing themselves up and God knows where else.
Yeah. I've heard some of the underslaid mines particularly as well. Just I mean, it will depend on the number of workers as well they had in the mines. The bigger the number of workers, the bigger the hazard. But yeah, and the older the mines, the less health and safety they had knocking about as well.
True.
So that would have been a big contributor. But yeah, definitely very high risk occupation miner, was it?
Just a little bit.
Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that, Tom. It's good to hear some. Well, it's good to hear. Is the reality of working down a mine, is it? Just
Well, that's it.
face
But
to
I mean,
face with casualties and and death.
that video was the last time I went in there. I've not been in since. And that little, I was just saying goodbye to the old mine. I walked up there. Everybody else had gone, and I just walked up there on my own. But that banging that I heard was a bit bizarre. I don't know what that was. I really don't know what that was.
Going to see the rest of this, shall we?
Go on then. Sounds a bit. I can only see you. You haven't put the video on, Antonio.
Oh, hang on.
You can just hear me heavy breathing. That's it.
There you are.
Sounded almost pornographic. That went down to sub 1, I think.
Sub 1, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's where that drive was and where that set of fans was somewhere there.
There is some walking uphill this way now.
And there's only me. I've got 2 torches on.
Yeah, that'll be your head torch and your hand torch.
Yeah.
Some markers there on the left I've seen. B19 or something like that.
Something like that. We're heading up towards that big slit now, that big stove. Look how dry it is.
Very dry compared to
no water
what
running
I've
down
seen it
there.
last. Yeah, all water running now, is there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what that is, don't you?
That's an electric generator, is it?
That's the one that came out of how the Sally told old lady was. It's the one on wheels.
Yeah, not a drop of water.
Nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
Excuse me.
And now there's got to be a river running through there now.
Well, I reckon this bit's flooded now. You know, I do. I honestly don't think you can get here anymore.
We're near enough 3 minutes to the end now. Some
That's that pipe that hit Hodge's leg.
well, is that the pipe on the right that caught Hodge's leg?
Yeah, that's the one that bust his ankle.
This pipe here, it looks heavy. Did it?
It's plastic, but it's heavy, believe me. That's looking up in that stope.
I was going to say, it looks like, oh yeah, that's the stope. Wow,
Yeah,
that's a big stope. That.
it's absolutely huge.
Sheer size of this stope is absolutely colossal.
You can see some old man workings right at the top. Just about
Yeah.
see them. Obviously, the old man, the old lead mines came from surface down, didn't they?
Yeah.
So you can see the long holes there.
Long hole marks, yeah.
All this is mineral.
That's the
You
back
almost see
wall.
some. Yeah, the back. Yeah,
Absolutely mental. Isn't
That's
it?
the shaft there. Look up there. Up there.
What?
yeah. That's that there. That's old man. You can see there.
Yeah, you can see the shaft.
Definitely. Yeah, further up, you can. I remember there was. Yeah, you can see a shaft right at the top.
Yeah. But look
It's
how far
incredible,
back.
isn't it?
Huge.
Yeah, that's the long hole marks.
Mm.
Yeah, if there's one place you've got to look for minerals, it's always in the stope, is it?
Be very careful under there, because that could come at any time.
Just the size of it is crazy.
There comes the lift out.
Transport coming to take us off. Obviously, you got a ride, didn't you?
Yeah, no, we didn't walk in.
You got a ride. I forgot. Yeah, you got a taxi. Here he comes.
So Jeff, he's,
Yeah, go on.
and this is Dave.
Yeah. He went to check this bit of the cutting of the old man workings of the main level.
Mm.
When you get to entrance, I'll take a photo.
Good black and white photograph of him there.
You got a photograph of him.
I did, yeah.
Was that
That's a
some
cool
lead
spot.
that looks to be?
I think it's Flurspar, actually. Excuse me.
Like and subscribe.
That's the end. Obviously, I've got a far better intro now.
Yeah, in time you just you only get better, don't you? With when it comes to footage, practice and learning. It's a process.
Well, in there, Liam, I was still using my wisdom. Had I got I don't know whether I'd got me CL28 then or not. I don't know, but I was certainly using my wisdom in there. And the new Phoenix, that HM75, wouldn't have had a problem in there at all. It's really good on float. I'm really impressed with that. Really,
the HM75, yeah, they sent it to you, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good light.
Yeah. If they renew my my sponsorship deal next year, I think I'll be getting it as well.
It's a really good light.
Fingers crossed.
They're asking me
They
for
are good
feedback
lights.
today because a lot of people think it's heavy, but I don't think it's heavy at all. I think it's a really good lamp. They're asking me for feedback about it today, and I can't fault it. I really cannot fault it.
Do you end up doing a little review on it? Because not an unboxing on it, because normally you have
No, to be honest, I didn't. The first time I used it was when I went back to Salitol, and I think I did him a little video, sent him some stuff, and yeah, and they all like Liam. I had a bit of a charging problem with it. I have a new one coming tomorrow. They replaced it. It wasn't charging as it should do, but they've sorted it, and I can't fault it. It's a good flashlight, actually. It really is.
the light.
Yeah, the all light. It is good. It ticks the boxes. It does what it says on the box, basically. And the backlight, the one that's like the reverse light, is really, really good. It's really bright as well. Can't fault it, mate. They think they've had a few teething problems up and down because it's a new product, but just one of them, isn't it?
The LR60 disappointment.
Yeah, he didn't like
Really
it.
heartbreaking. The LR60, yeah, is very bright, but it could do a bit more lasting time on the battery. Really, that's the only thing. The LR40R, that's the one. That's my favorite. LR40R version 2.
But I mean, that HM75, you don't really need to take spare batteries with you. I've had 5 hours out of that, no problem, because you've got the battery pack on the back. Just press the button. Absolutely brilliant. Charges it for you, so you don't have to bother swapping batteries. 5 hours, not a problem on the batteries in the helmet on the light. I would recommend. I'd recommend that to anybody, and it's so easy to use. It really is.
It's the HM75. Yeah.
HM75R. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's
Phoenix
the one.
HM75. Oh, yeah. That's the one. Look it up if you're after a good light. If you're after a good light, just look it up on on phoenixlights.co.uk. But yeah, it's the Phoenix HM75.
It's
Oh,
brilliant. It
yeah.
really is good.
Yeah, that'll be definitely my upgrade. Yeah.
Can't fault it.
HP30R. That's Liam's. Still going strong. Yeah, they do have a good range. The good thing about Phoenix is they are always upgrading their products every year. So
Yeah, they do.
I just look forward to see what else they're gonna be bringing up. I can get my hands on, or we can get our hands on. Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Well, everyone. It's been a pleasure to be on this chat today.
It's been good.
We've gone through. Yeah, it's been good. We've gone through quite a lot of reviewing and looking at bits that escape our attention the time that we filmed, and it's good to look through it for that reason. To look again at the footage and things that you missed.
I'll make a suggestion of the next one, and I reckon that we need to do the over the collapse on the second trip.
Solihull.
Solihull, yeah.
Solihull over the collapse. Yeah,
and
that would be.
If I get if I get a chance, the stuff that I've got on my GoPro from there when I took Pat back, who worked with me there. In fact, Pat worked with me at Mildam as well. It might be interesting because he'd never been back in there. It opened his eyes a little bit. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we got a lot to review, definitely on a lot on Solihull, current and past original footage of yours.
Oh yeah, do you know that'd be a good one actually.
That could be a good next one, actually.
Yeah, we haven't done any of them, have we?
Yeah, we could do. Shall we do that next? Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll review your original footage from.
Yeah, we'd probably be able to get 2 of them in a sitting, because there's only 2 hours of footage on both on the 2 videos, but I'll split them down into 30-minute segments, so you'd be able to do 2, no problem.
So that'll be the next one. Original footage from Sally Hall.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Review with Tom, who used to work there. So, eh?
Yeah.
How does it get any better than this, eh?
No. Right, my friend, I am going to love you and leave you.
Yeah, same here. And
thanks for joining, everybody.
have a good rest. Yeah, thanks everyone, and thanks for your time, Tom. It's always a pleasure to have you on the chat. Have your pick your brains out. Eh? It's always good. Yeah, we shall be in touch, my friend, and see you all, guys. We'll be posting when the next chat is, so we'll be giving a couple of days, at least 2 or 3 days, warning to everyone, and post it on social media sites, so you won't miss it.
No worries.
Okay.
Right, thanks for joining us, everybody. It's been good. And
good night, everyone.
Yeah, I'll speak. I'll speak to you tomorrow, Antonio, if you're not at work.
Yeah, I'll ring you. I'll ring you tomorrow on my way to Good Luck Mine.
No worries, mate. All right, mate. I'll speak to you in the morning.
Yeah, I'll be up early.
Well, I'm heading towards Sheffield in the morning. See you, everybody. Ta-da. Leave.